Hi there, everyone. I'm a bit sick, as I was saying in the introduction, and it is what it is. My voice is really bad. My mood is not the best, and I'm all covered up and all those things. But we'll try to do this video at the best of my possibilities because I wanted to do it. So today we're gonna cover rendering in Karma in this Houdini hyperbasics. Rendering in other engines is different, just so that you guys know. So in Mantra is different. In 3D Light, as I use here, 3D Light, you can see the shelf is different. Uh, we're gonna cover Karma, XPU and CPU. Uh, XPU is GPU plus CPU, so they being used both, and CPU is just CPU processor thing. Okay. So let's go theoretically about the thing before, so you have more clear everything. Okay. So here you have your things. You have a box. You wanna anything that you wanna render. Okay. You might have a character that is moving. You might have a sphere. You might have points, only points. Which is this thing here. This points here. So you have something that you want to render in Karma. Um, how do you do that? Well, it's really easy. Karma is a lop context. So it's another context. He doesn't know about what is in your SOP, what is here. He doesn't know about this. He doesn't know about all this. Okay? So you have to import beforehand everything over there. Okay? So let's go theoretically. What's the base of the thing? It goes like this. Okay? It goes like you import your things. So here we have the points import. We have the box import, for example. We have the sphere import, and here we have the character import. I don't know if this is if this is really the sequence here, but it doesn't matter. So you import your geo, okay, and that's sorry, and that is the first step. It's this one, this one, this one, this one. It's an import node, okay? Then what you do, you give them a material, okay? You give them material here, okay? And then what you do, I usually keep everything organized like this. I not not usually, sometimes. If I want to keep things organized, I do a container for all my SOP things. So a box, a character, uh, points, but are all geo that I want to render. Okay, so I make a box for the geos, and here I put the lighting. Okay, and maybe I make a set one of lights and a set two of lights, and a switch node here, so I can switch between them and watch what's the best set of lights, things like that. So you import the geo, you make the lights, you merge them together, uh, you import your cameras, and you give the render settings of Karma. That's it. Okay, really simple. Let's go in practice. What is that about? So we go in stage here, sub import. Okay, look. Sub import, the first thing, this is the points. We imported them. It's like this. Okay, so we have all the points here. We're watching to them. Okay, it's just points. Okay, this viewport here is a pre-visualized viewport. It's a Vulkan viewport. It's really not great, but not bad. But here you can go and go from modeling Vulkan to Karma CPU, which for now, it isn't working the best, but it's not bad. Or you can go for Karma XPU, which is faster usually, or 3D Light or Storm. Storm, I never use it. I don't know anyone that ever use it. I never seen a tutorial about Storm, so basically for me it doesn't exist. Uh, so I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the best thing ever, maybe, but it is what it is. So what you do here, we have the points, we have the box, we have the character, and we have the sphere. Okay. Let's make one of these, but for all of them is the same thing. So I'm not going to repeat it for four things, but let's remake it from the start. So you have, when you open Solaris, you go in stage, okay? You're in stage here. When you open it, it's empty, obviously. It's empty. There is nothing there. He doesn't know. He's not attached to the other context. You can have 25 things in, sorry, you can have 25 things in here, and he doesn't know a single thing of them. He doesn't know they exist. You have to tell him. So you get here, you have nothing. You go with stop import. Stop import, which is this node here. You go there, you click it. There is nothing because he doesn't know. I press the PP here to get into it, to have the parameters. Stop path. What you wanna import in here? You go here and you grab what you wanna import. Character, for example. Okay. So just click on something. Okay. The character. No, it was just a visualization thing. It's cool. Uh, Character here. We got it. We're in Karma XPU. We are actually rendering it in IPR. But let's go one step at a time. Okay. You see, in Vulkan, it's different, but it's faster. It doesn't need to render it. So you have your character, you have your box, you have anything that you want to get to render. And what you do, you go in a material context, which is just the same thing. Go here, go material. Okay, I'll just have it here for, you know, practicity, I guess. And okay, we have to make a distinction here now. Let's find something where I can. Okay, this thing here. Sorry, my desktop is kind of messed up, but it is what it is. Even that thing. So the distinction is that sorry, let's make a new one. Make a new one. Okay. Distinction is that if you want to do karma, XPU, faster, limited. Okay, it's limited in the way that some nodes you cannot use a lot of vex nodes and some shading properties and some other things are not present in the Karma XPU materials. Okay, Karma CPU, Karma CPU is faster than Mantra, but is slower than Karma XPU, usually at least. In my knowledge, everything that I'm saying, it's in my knowledge. I know that I don't know a lot of things, but these are the things that for me works. Just to make it clear, um, you have a lot of things that you can do. It's not that limited, not limited. For me, it has no limits actually. If you compare it to Mantra, but maybe it has. I don't know. I think it's not limited. It doesn't have like huge limitations. Okay, so what you do if you have some materials that you cannot do in Karma XPU, you have to do them in Karma CPU, which you can use the material for Karma CPU. Your materials, it's gonna be material vex material. builder. Okay, for Karma XPU, it's gonna be USD material X builder. Okay, this is the difference. Two different materials, two different properties, two different things. Let's see them. Let's see them for a second. Let's see the materials. Material X builder is for XPU. Okay. Vex material builder is the same that you use in Mantra, and it has a lot of things in it. It it it, it can be even more complicated to make a shader in there, but it has no limitation. It's so great. It's so beautiful. It's incredible. So this one is for only for CPU. It doesn't work with XPU. If you give this material to this guy and try to render it in XPU, it's not gonna work. So let's see inside them. Okay, here XPU materials, which is the material X builder, as we said before. Okay, material X builder. Sorry, let's see that here. Material X, this one, material X builder, just to make it clear. Okay, this other one is Vex material builder. Okay, it's already in here. Okay, let's go into it. Into it, it's like a normal. If you came from Maya or Blender, it's a principal shader. It's a normal Maya material. So you have transmission, you have the color, everything you have, like same usual shit. Okay, this is it. You can make it, color. You can make it orange. That's it. And this is the CPU. Sorry, the XPU materials. The CPU materials, it's a bit different. Here you have the color, the opacity, the normals, and some functions. I think this is a light function. Not really sure. And in here, if you search for things, if you search for shader, you have a shit ton of shaders. Okay, principal shader, for example, is a simplified version of it, I think, but it's the same thing that you have over there. Just you have to connect it with way more things, but you have a lot of customization possible here, because you can use every Vex. I think you can use every Vex node. So if you want to bind something, you can bind it. If you want to do a fit range, you can fit range. Anything that you use in a VOP, you can use it here. So it's really great. Um, Here you can not really use the Vex nodes. It has some nodes that try to imitate the Vex ones that do the same job, but it's not the same nodes. So for example, fit, there is no fit. It's called range here. I think it's called the range. Yeah, until range, it does the same thing, and maybe it does, yeah. Out low, out high, the gamma. You can figure it out. You can work around it with this new. But if you want to bind something, there is no bind. There is no bind. Okay, so these are the limitations. Actually, I find out that if you want to bind something there, you go bind here, okay, and you just copy that, Control C and Control V, and it works. I'm telling you, it works 100%. And you can just, I don't know about that. Sometimes it crashes, but it works. It renders. If you want to bind your color, everything, it works. So okay, that's something I need to tell you, okay? So if you want to go with XPU, which is the easiest way, you go with that. If you want to do CPU because you like Vex, you like code, you like everything in Vex, in VOPs, you go with that. Let's go with the easiest way, because if you're gonna go for the hardest way, you already probably know that. and um, and you can figure it out on your own inside there, but it's basically the same things plus everything else that in here there isn't. Uh, so you do your material, which in this case we're gonna go with this one. Color is orange, orangish. And how to apply that to this guy? You go here and you drag and drop it. Can you see the highlight? Highlight blue here, highlight blue here. Okay. Uh, okay. If you leave the drag and dropping thing, if you drop it, you can go highlight to the alpha surface, which is the highlight thing, or you can go link that material to the sub import, which is all the thing. Okay, so you go sub import, or you go alpha surface. See? Okay, so that's the difference about those two things. And in stage, in LOP, in Karma, in Solaris, however you want to call it, it does this. It gives it a material library and it assigns a material. Sometimes you have to do that manually. So you go here and you just copy the nodes. You go material library, because for points, for example, it doesn't let you drag and drop it. Okay. So you just go here, you go material library, and you tell them what's your material library. Is this one with the character. In this case, it's the XPU. Okay. You go here and it doesn't have a material. And you go here, you go assign material here, and you go there and it doesn't have it. And you go here, you tell him all the geometry. So it's gonna take all the subs here, okay? All the geometry primitives and material path, you're gonna have to tell him again. Materials, XPO, this one, apply. He sees only that because you told him in the material library that it's that, the material. Okay, and you have it. Okay, so this is the manual way to do the thing. But the easiest one is this one. So you drag and drop it. You go here in materials, you take yours, you go here, and you drop. That's it. Okay. Sorry. So this is exactly what I did here. Okay. For the points, I did it manually because it doesn't want to let me drag and drop. For the box, I did it like this, drag and dropping. Same for the character, etc., etc. Okay. We go here, we merge them all together so we can see them all. Okay. And we have the characters and the material supplied, or the objects and the material supplied. We need lights and we need cameras now. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's go with the lights. It's really easy. Here, what I did a dome light. Dome light. Okay, dome light or environment light is the same one. It's the same shit. It doesn't change anything. This is the environment light in Blender, which is the dome light in Maya. It's the same. Okay. So you go here, you have your dome light, you have the intensity, the exposure. If you want to have, okay, let's connect this just to have an idea. Okay, you go here. See, okay, we have the dome light here. We can color it, and it gives the color to everything else. Okay. If you want to have if you have your own HDRI, okay, you just go here to the texture and you find it. You find it. I just have it here already. Pure sky, this one, and you can see it in the background. So this is the dome light. Really easy, really simple. You have two kinds of uh, amount of light, intensity, which is intensity and exposure. You have the temperature. You can figure out on your own these other things. It's just check it out. So you have your light. I usually like to take them in a different path, and maybe I can switch. I can have one set of light and another set of light 2, sorry. So I can switch them and see, you know, here I go with the switch and I go, which is, oh, sorry, I'm not seeing those. So I go here and I go, this light here, or maybe I like this one more, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, okay? So you make your lights here, you connect them with merge nodes, you connect everything with merge, it works, it's okay, it's cool. And at this point, if you want to come here close and, you know, look at these guys from which I advise you to do, okay? You go here and go XPU and watch at your XPU. This is an IPR. This is an IPR. Hopefully everything is working cool because I see maybe it's a bit of delay because I'm using the render. I don't know. Hopefully there's not much bothering for you guys. But yeah, this is an IPR. You can go around. You can go around, check things, etc., etc. You know. Okay. This is it. You can go with the CPU too. You can watch the difference. What you see in this viewport is what you will get in the render. So if here with your XPU, you're seeing that your material is bad, it's gonna be bad in the render if you're gonna go with the XPU settings. Okay, so we are here, we have the lights, we have the materials and the objects. We need the cameras. Cameras, usually I import them. Import the cameras so I can have the play blast from the same perspective from before, from the camera in the in the sub context. So we have it here, camera 1, 2, 3, 4, which are the same cameras that we have in the object, which is camera 1, 2, 3, 4, cam 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if you go here in the locked Solaris in the camera place, whatever you call it, you can do a new camera here too, but it's gonna be only in this context. It's not gonna be in your soft. If you create a camera here, if you go, where is that? Sorry. If you go to your camera here and create another one, it's not gonna be there. Okay. So you only have it here. And this is a camera. It's called camera 3. It's not cam 3. It's camera 3. The cameras in the LOPs, in Solaris, in whatever you want to call it, are cameras. The cameras in SOPs are cam, the standard nomination, the standard naming convention. So sorry for that. Is this one, okay? So you have your cameras coming from your SOP, so you already have them. If you want to make new cameras, you can make them here. Okay. Then you have everything. You don't need anything else. You go here, camera 1, you have your place, you have everything. The guys are moving. You like it. Okay. What you do? You go here and you go karma, and you go with the first one. Okay. First one, easy as fuck. Go with this. Creates 2 nodes. This one and this one. The karma render settings are really easy. You don't touch this. The output picture, it's gonna here is telling you that it's gonna create a render folder in your project folder. So for me, it's 00 projects Houdini hyperbasics. It's gonna create a folder there called renders. Camera, remember your camera here. You need to change this every time because every time it's gonna go with camera 1, which is the lock basic camera, but usually for me I use the sub cameras as before we was saying. Hopefully that was clear. So you go here and you check out what exists for real. Because if you go here and click it, you can see it's red. It's not existing. There is no camera like that. But maybe you don't know, so you just go like that. It's really manual, this part, I know, but it is what it is. You have to go like this. Camera one, okay, we'll go here. Uh, in this case, we want to use XPU, we've said, no? So we go with XPU. In XPU, you just check it out. In XPU, it's looking good, it's looking great, it's doing its thing, anything like that. You check it out, and then you go, or you use it however you want, but I usually check it out. And here you have the path samples. You need to try this. You know. Here you can tell them, yeah, let's go here. You can even go manual, so you can do square things, you know. Okay. Usually it goes with the camera. Okay. And here are other things which are a little bit more. Okay, you can go motion blur here. Velocity motion blur or no motion blur is usually the case. Uh, the standard case. I usually use it, the motion blur. The depth of field, you want to enable it or don't. The depth of field is going to depend on the shutter speed of your camera, usual cinematic things, you know. So if you want to change how that thing looks, you're gonna change your camera settings. So here, we have camera, you go P, uh, and you change these things here. Wait, where is that? This one, shutter time, focus distance, f-stop, this kind of things, you know. The blur, it's different. The blur, you can change it by changing the velocity of your points, but that's another argument. There is AOVs, there is a lot of things that are more advanced that I'm not gonna cover in here because it's already almost 30 minutes videos, uh, and it's really for the basic. But if you guys want, we can cover them. It's AOVs, it's Cryptomatte. There is if you want to take I'm just gonna open a little thing here, just to give you give you guys an idea. After we finish this, sorry, I just opened discussion for finishing everything. So here you got all your things done, okay? Really standard, really normal, really okay-ish. And when you're ready, you just go here at the last drop thing, and you render to this, okay? Or you render to in background to this, or you render to mplay, which is a little window that is coming up, and it's like a visualizer, and you render there, and you can save from there. You can try this. Any of this works. It's cool. It's whatever. It's good. So you can use any one of them. Remember, if you want to do an animation, you're gonna go for the specific frame. If you want to change these values, you're gonna go Control Shift and click into them and changing this. If you change those without control clicking, it doesn't work. So if you want to go to 100, it doesn't work because you didn't, it's linked to the overall thing here. Karma XPU, remember to keep those things. Disable motion blur, you have to recheck those things here too. This one is, if you see bluish things are linked, so you don't have to change it here. It's already linked to the before. But if this one was black, check it out. Okay, so you go here, you render, and you're done. Okay, Karma rendering, this is it. And I don't know, let me know what you think. If it was clear, if it wasn't anything. I think that's one to go. Want to go with? Just to open the last little thing for the advanced part, if you want to go with the advanced part, so it is AOVs, for example, the only the reflexes, only the refraction, direct volume, indirect volume, all those kind of AOVs, the Z depth, or those things like that. Cryptomatte, if you want to go with object Cryptomatte, material Cryptomatte, everything like that too. We can cover them up. Or, sometimes, like I did in here, you want to take some, you want to take some attributes that comes from your uh, SOP, whatever it is. In this case, it was my points, and I want to take the color attribute from them and give it to the material in LOPS, okay, in Karma, in Solaris. How you do that? Um, well, you just go here, as I said, you take the bind and you go give it the bind. You go with CD, sorry, CD usual naming convention, and you for the points here, and you go to the base color with your CD. Then why is it in here that is display color and it's not CD, but it's working? I'm telling you, it's really working. If you go CPU, it's working. Look, why is it working? So why is it working? If it doesn't make sense, display color. And if you try CD, and you go with Karma XPU, it doesn't work. Sorry, maybe it was a bit of delay. If you go with CD in Karma Render, it doesn't work. Why is that? Why the fuck is that shit? Well, we're gonna cover that too. Basically, just is this thing here. You go here, you go to your SOP, to my points, you go here, which is another scene graph details it's called, and you're gonna find your variable, which is prime vars color. It's a free float. Display color, you find it here. So it's called display color because LOPS, Solaris Karma, whatever you want to call it, um, changes the naming convention of things that you've called forever CD, and now it's called the display color. Fuck. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. So you're gonna have to figure it out. This is how you do it. We can cover all this stuff in another video, but this is all for this first part. If you want the advanced things that we talked in this last few minutes, uh, send me a message, comment, like, subscribe. All those things make me want to do more for you guys. And if you are here at the last second of this video, thank you for staying here and enjoy Houdini.